Hello viewers and welcome to Newzim TV. I am Makanaka Masenyama. Stories making the headlines. Chamisa drafts in ex-Zanu PF bigwigs into the MDC National Executive. In the courts, Minister Julai Moyo fingered in fraudulent crowning of Chief Goronga. In business, fuel prices up again. In sports, Aston Villa bound Marvelous Nakamba to pocket £55,000 a week. News in greater detail. MDC leader Nelson Chamisa has drafted into his new national executive 3 former ZANU PF top politicians who were once ministers in the now defunct Robert Mugabe administration. They are former ministers of state for Masvingo province, Kudakwashe Baskiti, and Dzikamai Mavaire, as well as Tracy Mtiniri, who was once Deputy Minister of Social Welfare. This is according to a list circulated to the media on Tuesday by MDC spokesperson Daniel Molokele. Mavaire and Baskiti were kicked out of ZANU PF during a fierce 2014 purge of party loyalists who were linked to then Vice President Joyce Mujuru's faction, which was accused of plotting to remove Mugabe from power. Cabinet has struck off the controversial clause on civil partnerships in the proposed marriage bill after realization that it goes against the country's culture and religious beliefs. Information Minister Monica Mchango told journalists at a post-cabinet media briefing that Justice Minister Ziyambi's presentation convinced them that Section 40 of the marriage bill be removed.
Cabinet also sought clarification from the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs on the import of Section 40 of the Marriages Amendment Bill currently before Parliament. Following the explanation by the Minister, Cabinet observed that the concept of a civil union or partnership is foreign and not consistent with Zimbabwe's cultural norms as well as its Christian values. Accordingly, Cabinet directed that Section 40, which bears reference to civil partnerships, be removed forthwith from the proposed Marriages Amendment Bill.
The clause under Section 40 of the bill that sought to recognize civil partnerships between a male and female as a marriage was received with mixed feelings. Some women rights organizations had welcomed the clause as protection for women who had been cohabiting with men for long periods but lost out to any property they would have acquired together. At least 74 officials at the Zimbabwe Revenue Authority have been arrested on charges of corruption, it has been learned. Zimbra Chief Loss Control Manager Tapiwa Manyika told NewZimbabwe.com in an interview that perceptions that the tax collector is one of the most corrupt institutions in the country are not accurate.
We had 74 people arrested for corruption. So it's not that we are not doing something about it. If you go to our website, you will see my statistics there on what we are doing.
Manyika said that the belief that Zimra officials were corrupt was being fueled by that the tax collector has taken the lead in exposing the scourge within its ranks. World indexes have linked Zimbabwe to some of the globe's most corrupt societies. South African-based businessman and Zimbabwean opposition politician Joseph Busha on Monday urged the Emmerson Mnangagwa-led administration to take the lead in the production of lithium as a sustainable renewable energy. Busha, who is leader of the less-known Free Zimbabwe Congress, said lithium production can unlock vast economic opportunities for the youth in the country. He was giving his keynote address at Hoja Youth Summit, a Pan-African event held at Africa University in Mutare.
Zimbabwe has the largest deposits of lithium in Africa and the 4th in the world. So Zimbabwe could take the lead in renewable energy, energy storage, battery production, and electric cars and start a new industry that can transform Zimbabwe.
Mnangagwa has been promising jobs for the youth, but employment remains scarce for the majority. In courts, local government minister Julai Moyo is being accused of fraudulently appointing Boinya Mande as the chief Goronga in Mudzi district following the death of Tiki Mpatiseni. Tariro Kachairo, an elder in the Nyamweya family, has taken up the case to the High Court, claiming he is the legitimate chief after his efforts to engage Moyo flopped. Kachairo is seeking the nullification of the nomination and appointment of Nyamande on February 20 last year as the substantive chief Goronga on the basis that his appointment is not in line with the culture and practices of the Goronga chieftainship. In business, the Zimbabwe Energy Regulatory Authority on Tuesday came up with some marginal increases on fuel, with a litre of petrol now $7.55, up from $7.47. According to the new prices, a litre of diesel now fetches $7.22, up from $7.19. The latest increases comes 2 weeks after Finance Minister Mtuli Ncube indicated he would be comfortable with an increase that would bring the precious liquids value per litre at par with the interbank rate of the US dollars. The increase is the third in July and sixth inside 6 months. The first increase this year was an emotive 150% jump in January, which was announced by President Emmerson Mnangagwa. The increase was followed by wild anti-government protest in which 17 died in the hands of the military, while many were left nursing some bullet wounds.
Many people have been asking me how did I manage it, because they could see that everything was there, everything was just happening, things were being paid. So I've told people that it was through diaspora funeral cash plan. So I would advise everyone to join this diaspora funeral cash plan. Their policy is good because it took all the weight off my shoulders.
We end with sports. Zimbabwe international midfielder Marvelous Nakampa is set to become the country's highest earning local footballer, following reports that he will earn a handsome £55,000 or 67,000 United States dollars a week, in addition to a multi-million pound signing on fee as he edges closer to a dream £11 million move to English Premier League side Aston Villa. According to sport website Football Insider, Nakampa agreed to personal terms with the club and was set to undergo a medical at the Villa on Monday. Aston Villa will not be able to complete the transfer until Nakampa has secured a work permit, but the club is confident of doing so. Reporting for newszimbabwe.com, I am Makanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, visit our website www.newszimbabwe.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel Newzim TV.